Welcome, kings and queens. Now, are you trading for real or are you just playing around or kidding yourself? I'm testing something out right now, seeing if this microphone will work, so bear with me as we're still kind of figuring things out here. But that's the question of the day, or the statement of the day. Don't kid yourself. Right now, I would say I'm in the category of kind of, I won't say playing around, but I am learning. So I'm not trading as much as I probably should be, especially with the way the market's going. So if you see right now, my account's down to 159, and I think it started at about 150 with what I actually invested into here. And last week or a couple weeks ago, we were up at 180. So this is one of those things that it shows not trading is good, but also not trading can make you just lose money too. So I had my marks of what I was willing to risk. Some of those I think may have gone below just because I kind of took my hands off the wheel last week. But we're going to get back into this, look at where everything is right now, and we're going to see if my volume is okay because I still didn't check that out. So bear with me as I check that really quick, since I do not have someone right now to check for me. So we're going to go on my own channel. It says I'm live here. I'm going to talk. Okay. I hear myself, which is good. Let's see if I can move it closer if that makes a difference. So I'm sorry for all the noise this is going to make. But let's see. And okay. I don't even think you can see that in the camera still. Does that make a difference? I'm still listening right now in my ear. It doesn't look like that. Actually, yeah, it made a bit of a difference. So if I'm talking at a regular voice, yep. How about right there? Okay, so that looks good. I think there's pretty good. Yep, I can hear myself. I think that's about as loud as it needs to be. Just want to see if I'm going to get the microphone in the camera, because that is something I would like to avoid. Cool. I don't think I can see myself still, so I think we're good. Yeah, alright, cool. That is the biggest test of the day, was getting a microphone rigged up. So I'm going to put this away and we'll get right into it. So today, the few things that I want to get over or go over is what I'm doing with this channel, a couple of definitions, and we'll go from there. So the first thing I want to see is, kind of where everything is at. Looking at it right now, RIOT, I probably should get rid of those couple of shares. I believe that is below what I was willing to risk. So I'm on my other screen right now. I will drag it into your view so you can see what I'm looking at. But this is what I am currently willing to risk, I guess you could say. Let's see, where's RIOT? 557. Okay, so I should be selling that because that did go below my what I was willing to let it go down to. So I'm going to do that. I'll keep an eye on RIOT today. We're going to sell that if it doesn't hit the 550 mark. Let's see what else. AT&T, that's fine. That's above my mark. Ford, that is below my mark. So if Ford doesn't get over 1159, we're trading that out today too. I believe I have 1 or 2 shares of that. UEC, that's above my mark. What else? Starbucks is above my mark too. So it looks like we'll be selling RIOT and RIOT and Ford today, which I'm perfectly okay with. Like I may have mentioned before, if you have been watching this channel, this is me relearning to do TA. So let's see what this account is. All right, Space is at 623, and Space I'm supposed to be selling at 706. Now Space is a little bit of an exception though, because Space is one of those, and now this is Virgin Galactic, so we're talking Richard Branson here. So this is one of those ones that I kind of do believe in Richard Branson as a person, so I kind of want to see where it goes. We're only talking 3 shares, so it's not breaking the bank. So I might just actually let that go. And RIOT, or UAC, okay, this account I'm just going to leave alone. I'm actually going to exit out of Webull for the day. Get this off the screen so we're not looking at my stuff. I don't think there's anything too personal on there. Nope, nothing too personal. Okay, so what we're going to focus on, we're going to look at Ford, we're going to look at RIOT, and RIOT looks like it's starting to dip. So let's actually see what's going on there. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna sell this real quick. So we're gonna edit this. I think I only have, okay, I got 3 shares. So let's go to order entry. I'm gonna go 3, hit limit, and we'll do it at $5. Confirm and send, get those out. Cool, so we got rid of Riot. Now that was the first step we wanted to do. So now we have a little bit of, I guess you could say, money in there. It's not much, but it's something. And let's see, it's not gonna show us right now. 1882. Okay, so that's what we have as far as buying power. Now the next one we want to look at is Ford. So you can probably look back at my videos and see how many times I've clicked that button trying to get all my screens in. Okay, so Ford, let's see, 1159.5 is where I'm willing to let Ford go to, is what it looks like. Let's maximize this. Okay. Now this could be a small flag pattern on the minute chart if that's the case, and I might not want to let this go. Okay, yeah, that's looking a little too green for me to let it go right now, especially zoomed in this close, and I mean, yeah, that's just looking a little green for me. It looks like it might actually be trying to come back up. So we're going to keep an eye on Ford because maybe that one will keep. We only have 1 share of it, so it's not going to, do too much of a difference. So I think we'll be okay with keeping Ford for now. So getting back into the full screen of what we have, let's just take a little look at everything, see what's going on. So what I would like to do, I would like to get more into UEC and more into Starbucks while they're low. Riot I might buy back into, but with the way crypto and everything is going right now, we don't have any idea of what's going to go on with Riot. I mean, all this is brand new. So this is one of those things that if I'm going to get into crypto, then I'm going to get into crypto, like actual crypto on the, trading on an actual exchange or something like that, not in a stock exchange. So that is also something that I'm going to get back into. I might actually open up one today. You know what? Let me do that. So I'm on my other screen right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my KuCoin account. So I may have, if you watched my intro video, you did hear that I got COVID in January and it knocked me out cognitively for a good while. So I haven't been doing much when it comes to crypto, if at all. And what happened was I actually wasn't able to work for about 2 months. To get my regular income. So my KuCoin account was my trading account, and also my if stuff really hits the fan, then I'm willing to get rid of that crypto account. So I haven't really paid attention to crypto much lately, and I honestly don't have much of it anymore, just because life happens, and I guess you could say I was one of those crypto noobs when everything first started going down. So if I wasn't an entrepreneur, you'd see me back with the McDonald's hat like that meme is, where everyone's in a Lamborghini and then people are in a McDonald's hat because they don't know how to actually trade. So I would have been the McDonald's hat guy, but not because I don't know how to trade or not because I don't know anything about crypto. It's just because, well, not just because, but I got COVID, and when I got COVID, literally the day I got COVID was when everything tanked and I was in bed. So when everything was going down that 30-40% and more, and I was in a lot of I won't say meme coins, but altcoins. So when all of that went down, I took the brunt of that because it went down while I was getting sick. So I'm opening up KuCoin now, so bear with me just another minute as I get this situated. I want to make sure that we have it set up properly. Okay, and let me just take a glance over here. What's everything going on? UAC is hovering about the same spot. Yeah, Ford still looks like it's trying to go up a little bit. Just open that up a tiny bit more, see if we can see what we're doing. Yeah, let's get it back into the 5 minute. Okay, yeah, that's looking more like a flag than it is anything else. You could call it a downward wedge too, I guess, depending on what you want to look at. On the 1 minute, it looks like it could be a downward wedge, or even, no, that could be a bigger flag pattern. But either way, to me, what I'm seeing at a quick glance, just because I used to trade before, so my eyes still do pick up patterns a little bit okay on here, and this looks like it could be a flag or a downward wedge, and to me that means that it's going to be a positive streak after that. Now, this is an interesting time in general, so we may not be able to or we may not be able to play this like we would usually want to, just because of the way the general economy is going, but we'll be able to see a little bit of what's going on. Sorry, I'm completely mixing up my stuff. But I'll be able to see a little bit of what's going on just by the patterns, because of what I'm used to. So once I do see a pattern that I like, or if I think it's going to go one way or another because of the way the economy is, I try to double check it with some fundamentals too. I'm not going to get into that today, but I will start to get into some fundamentals on the things that I'm trading. Now, if you look back at some of the older videos, you'll see that I have fundamentals on pretty much everything, but I'm going to do it just on what I'm trading going forward. So let me open up the, okay, so we have forward here. What are we at right now? Is that 11:31? Yeah, 11:30, okay. We'll keep an eye on that. If it starts to get towards like 11:10, then we'll think differently, maybe 11, but right now I think we're okay with that. But let's look at this crypto. I haven't really looked at crypto in a while. So, all right, I have it opened up on the 8-hour. We're looking at Bitcoin right now. And I have noticed it's been sliding. I've been keeping up with the prices just as it comes through on my notifications on my phone, but haven't been trading any. I'm kind of, I'm still new in crypto. Crypto is still new in general as far as being more of a mainstream thing to trade. And I won't even say mainstream, like still only a few percent of us. But just taking a quick glance at everything. So I'm glad I sold a lot of this stuff, to be honest with you, because when I did sell it, even though it was sliding down, I still got out a lot better off than some other people. I mean, like Luna, for example, that one really, this was up in the hundreds, so I'm glad I got out of that. But looks like everything is down like at least 75% still. Looks like Litecoin might actually be holding the strongest, along with Bitcoin, of what's at least on my screen. Let's see where ETH is today. So if you're at home right now and you have any questions and you want me to, or you just have any comments that you want to leave as far as what you're doing to trade or learn to trade, leave them down below or throw them in the chat section right now. I'm curious to see what everyone else is doing. My purpose of these videos is really just to show what I'm doing in trading in hopes that it helps somebody else, because I know as a new trader, I will consider myself a new trader, but I know as a new trader, I often want to know what other people are doing just to see if I'm kind of, like a chicken with my head cut off, or if I'm making the same mistakes or making the same correct things that other people are doing also. So let me see what my favorites are. Let's look at ADA. I know a lot of people are kind of back and forth on that. Looks like it's no longer a stable coin. It has gone way down. It's under $1 now. It's under 50 cents now. I'm still a supporter in ADA. Charles Hodgkins, I forget how to say his last name, but I do believe in what he's trying to do. Whether it actually executes or not, we'll see. But this is in my niece's, like funding, their stuff I'm stacking away from my nieces, and ADA's one that I left in there. So, all right. So crypto right now, I mean, it's sliding. There's not much more to say about it. Let's look at CoinGecko right now. See what we're looking at from a more broad spectrum. XRP at 32 cents. We got Doge at 6 cents. Not surprised. Shiba Inu. I don't know how, that's too many zeros. I kept trying to tell my friends, I'm like, get out of that as soon as you can. No, this channel is not financial advice, by the way. This is all for entertainment purposes only. The Avalanche, $17. Yeah, so a lot of these really went down. Most of them really went down. So definitely a lot of good buying opportunities in here. That's for darn sure. All right. Well, that's cool. Okay, so that's good to know. So we'll keep an eye on our cryptos as we're going forward. A couple of things that I do want to mention is if we're that's not how I wanted to start that. We know that wealth isn't made overnight. So this is one of those things that I've been doing for about, I should say, entrepreneurship, or trying to make my own money without a boss in a general career scheme for about 10 years. So money's not made overnight. My name is Michael Bird. I think I mentioned that before. I like to trade. I'll be posting shorts also that will have definitions in it. So if you hang with me for another like 3 minutes or so, I'll be saying a couple of definitions, which I'll be cutting out and making short videos out of that. And then I'll also be posting some other videos that will be probably 5 to 10 minutes long about what I've done in trading in the past, what's helped me, and the things I'm dealing with or going through right now. So even my financial situation, which is, I'm not a millionaire by any means, I'm not even like a thousandaire. So if you're dealing with small account, or if you are someone like me who has had a lot of gains or has had a lot of wins, and you're just coming back from, I won't say a loss, but a moment where you aren't as up as you were before, then that's what I'll be sharing a lot of on this channel. Also, the biggest other thing that I want to say, or I should say the biggest other couple of things, is that I am very faith-based. I do believe in God. I like to pray as much as I possibly can, and that helps me a lot with my trading, and honestly just keeping my mind straight with everything that's going on. Just because when things do get crazy in general, you need something that'll keep you level. So it does help me with my peace of mind. And I won't say it for sure, but I might have undiagnosed ADHD and dyslexia. So I'm only saying these things not because I'm tying myself to a title, but more so because if this resonates with you, I know that me watching videos of people who I can relate to really helps me understand what they're saying. But all that being said, like I showed before, I do have Webull. That's what I was using. If you want to get a few free stocks, and you click in the link in the description below for Webull, and I have a few other links down there also, you can get some benefits by using those links. Also, I wanted to mention I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. I do my best to be on time as much as I possibly can. This is a swing trading account. If you have any questions or you want to talk about anything, always feel free to leave them in the chats or in the description. But coming up next, like I said, I will be giving a couple of definitions that I think are very important to know when you're trying to trade. Just because whether you're learning from someone else or whether you're watching YouTube videos, they're going to be thrown around a lot. So we'll get into that now, and I'll try to use examples off of charts as I'm doing it. So let's open up Ford, since that's the one that we want to watch anyway. And as I go through a couple of definitions, we'll be keeping an eye on this. So the first definition that I wanted to go over is an exchange. An exchange is a place where investors can buy and sell stocks. The most well-known exchanges are in the U.S. are the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and you have the OTC markets also. There are many other exchanges outside of that, but basically it's wherever you can place an order to buy and sell your shares. Now, there's going to be limitations on some. For a quick example, there is a rare earth company that I do like, but I can't buy it on TD Ameritrade, and if I want to buy it on Webull, they have 100 share minimum. So when they have that 100 share minimum, now you're talking about having like, I think $700 or $70 or whatever that you're willing to invest, which I'm okay with, $70, but at the same time, I don't want to fund this account with extra money right now. So I think that's a very important thing that we should know. The other thing that I also went over before, and I'm going to make a little video about this, is your volume. So volume is a metric that you want to keep an eye on whenever you're looking at a chart. I think it's very important to show where the stock is going to be going, because it'll tell you how many people are actually keeping their eyes on this. So if you see that the numbers or the bars are really low, then you'll know that not many people are trading this, so the volatility is going to be a little bit lower. And when volatility is lower, and I'll explain volatility too, I guess, since I just used it, when volatility is lower, then you're not going to have as big of a swing. So the volume itself shows how many people are trading within a stock at any given time based on this bar graph, or however else you have it measured out. I'm just using bars right now. So I'll go over volatility since I brought that up. I think I have that on here. Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay. And I'm reading off of the thing too. So anyway, so volatility is basically the price movement of the stock market as a whole. So high volatility means extreme movement. So if you see it going up like this, like how big that bar is, that's high volatility. If you see a little one like this right here, that's low volatility. So the bigger the swings in the market from up and down, or prices going up and down, the higher the volatility. The smaller the swings, the lower the volatility. So if you're into physics and science, you could think of it like entropy. If you're into your comfort zone, you could say that the stock's out of its comfort zone a little bit more. It's going a little bit crazy, letting its hair down. But that's what volatility basically means. So those are the couple of things that I'll go over right now. Just keep it short, sweet, and to the point. That's all we'll stick with this video. Thank you for hanging around with me. If you've been watching live, I did see a few people on here. And other than that, watch a couple other videos. I got plenty on here for you to watch in the past, and I will be putting up some edited videos soon. So other than that, have a great day, and I will see you Friday.